sort of grown up with YBTT. As many of you all know, in 2009, David and I, my business partner, was underemployed and basically unemployed. And you know, we wanted to be entrepreneurs so badly, and someone said, "Go to YBTT. If you have nothing, go to YBTT." Which I mean, I don't know if that was like the best thing to say at the moment, but it really felt like a lifeline and it completely changed my life. Now to be a director on the board after pitching, it's just sort of surreal. Seeing Sharon grow up as well, seeing everyone on the team, sort of work together and how everything is aligning. Um, I'm so proud. I'm so happy. I can't believe it's 25 years. I mean, 15 years ago, we came to YBTT. So imagine y'all were like a decade old, learning this person who wanted to sell vegetables on the internet, money. It was a risk, but I think that's what YBTT is why it's so amazing and so special. I think it recognizes the culture and 25 years of that culture just recognizes potential, recognizes passion. And, I'm so grateful. Lucky for me, since joining the board of directors, I've been able to work in different capacities in different parts of the process. And, branding was something that I really built. I think I'm confident to say like building a brand, reflecting who you are through your brand is something I've really seen some insight on that. And luckily, I was able to be here at the time with YBTT rebranding, changing their logo. And I think that's a huge step for any brand, any organization. And it was not easy. It took a lot of thought, it took a lot of time and passion. And I'm just going to share with you guys what the rebrand looks like. Please remember, it may feel different, it may feel scary, but that's what entrepreneurship is. It's about this new step into something exciting. 25 years means we know what we're doing. And we know where we want to take entrepreneurs next. And anyone who's lucky to be a part of this or to witness this, I think, grab hold of this moment and really believe in where entrepreneurship and ownership and business development is heading. There's a lot of potential. You're not just a bum anymore at home, working from home. You are an entrepreneur and there's so much potential. So I'm gonna share really quickly how the rebrand worked out. Um, as I said, it was not a easy process. We put a lot of thought into this. It's, you know, I'm gonna like zoom full screen. Yes, that's it. Yeah, so I hope everyone's seen my screen. So we're gonna just share the rebrand and what the rebrand means. Yes, it means change, but it doesn't mean the core elements and all the things that we've talked about with YBTT is not gonna retain. Um, and I present to you, the new logo, the new identity for youth business, Trinidad and Tobago. And, um, looking at it now, it's like, again, the 10th million time. It's really exciting to see how we can evolve. I think youth business, YBTT has become so much more than just youth. How we've empowered all entrepreneurs along their journey, is pivotal and reflective of who we are. And that's what we're hoping for with this rebrand. Lucky for me, one of our businesses that evolved through this investment through YBTT in the beginning is Market Movers Design, and we were able to help just support the rebrand. And I think my perspective on the brand really helped with this redesign. So it's your new spanking new. I'm gonna go through a few iterations of the logo. And you're gonna see why we sort of scale it a bit to that YB icon and why icons are so important in branding with anyone who's an entrepreneur now, like people have way less time to even, remember you. Icons are really instrumental in evolving your brand. And that's why we chose to, sort of scale it back to an icon, something recognizable, so that people can see what YBTT symbolizes, but in this scaled approach. Of course, we kept the colors. The colors are there for a reason. We're Youth Business of Trinidad and Tobago. And this just sort of shows the evolution of the new logo from the first logo to the full new rebrand to different formats in which we can present the logo. And this is important because we have Instagram now, we have all these other platforms and channels where we need to show the icon and we need to be recognizable. Um, you know, being modern but future forward, but without changing the core values of who we are, right? And as you can see, young entrepreneurs, yes, but just Caribbean entrepreneurs, um, you know, choosing that path. And we hope that this can be a beacon and a light towards that journey. And the whole campaign that's going to be rolled out of this is really why be anything else? Meaning, being an entrepreneur means being yourself to the truest form. It is a reflection of who you are, your passion. So when we say YB and the association with why it's important to be an entrepreneur, we're hoping to inspire, we're hoping to, get those persons who have that idea and to turn it into a business. Because the more businesses, the more opportunities, the more employment we can create on our own on at different levels can really shift a society. It can change a region. And we're hoping that with this rebrand, we can inspire more persons along the value chain, not just from young, but all the way across. And to choose, Youth Business of Trinidad and Tobago because, they chose me and it's literally helped impact local agriculture, local food systems, and just made me a better person. So um, that's the presentation on the rebrand. Of course, I'm again so excited, so happy to be here and to be able to share what this new look is going to be. Shadran, you have your work cut out. I know everywhere is going to change, the website and everybody, the team. I'm just so happy to see this translate. And as we transition, just remember any things we want to carry forward and the things that we may want to leave behind, of course. Um, but knowing what's important because we have a lot at stake and we have a lot of opportunity to help young entrepreneurs all across the Caribbean. And I'm excited to be a part of that. So